the forgotten corners of Earth after crossing deserts that transform into lakes, rivers painted in impossible colors, glowing caves, and islands born from volcanic fire. One question remains: could our planet still hide places that almost no one has seen? The answer is yes. Even in the 21st century, there are landscapes so remote that only a handful of scientists and explorers have ever set foot there. Some are protected by towering cliffs, others are hidden beneath thick forests or surrounded by endless oceans. These are Earth's forgotten corners, places where nature has remained almost untouched. For millions of years, the Mendenhall Ice Caves, Alaska, USA. Beneath the massive Mendenhall Glacier lies a world sculpted entirely by ice. As meltwater flows beneath the glacier, it slowly carves tunnels through solid blue ice. The result is a breathtaking network of frozen caves. Sunlight passing through the thick glacier creates an extraordinary effect. The walls glow in brilliant shades of sapphire and turquoise. Every curve reflects shimmering light, making the caves appear almost magical. Yet these caves are constantly changing. Every summer, flowing water reshapes the tunnels. Entire chambers collapse while new passages are formed. No visit is ever the same. Scientists closely monitor the glacier because it is retreating rapidly due to climate change. Many sections of these spectacular caves may disappear within the coming decades. The Tlingit people have long regarded glaciers as living beings. Ancient stories describe them as sleeping giants whose movements shape the mountains and rivers around them. Standing beneath thousands of years of frozen history, it is easy to understand why. The Anneti Plateau, Chad, hidden deep within the Sahara Desert, rises one of Africa's least explored landscapes. The Anneti Plateau is a maze of towering sandstone arches, narrow canyons, and enormous rock pillars sculpted by wind over millions of years. Some natural arches stretch more than 100 meters across. Others rise higher than 10-story buildings. Although the surrounding desert appears lifeless, hidden pools of fresh water support crocodiles, rare birds, and small communities that have survived here for centuries. Perhaps the greatest treasure of Anneti is not its rock formations. Across hundreds of cliffs, ancient artists painted scenes of elephants, giraffes, hippos, and cattle. These remarkable paintings reveal that the Sahara was once a green landscape filled with rivers and wildlife. More than 8,000 years ago, this was a completely different world. Today, these artworks remain among the oldest surviving records of human civilization. The marble caves of Chile, deep within General Correa Lake, lies another masterpiece shaped entirely by water. For over 6,000 years, waves slowly carved tunnels through solid marble cliffs. The result is an incredible maze of caves, arches, and pillars. When sunlight strikes the crystal-clear lake, the entire cave reflects swirling shades of blue, white, and silver. The colors constantly change throughout the day. Clouds, wind, even the angle of the sun transforms the appearance of the marble. Local legends tell of spirits living beneath the lake who revealed the caves only to respectful travelers. Whether true or not, the silence inside these chambers creates an unforgettable experience. Nature spent thousands of years creating an artwork that changes every single moment. The Namib Desert, Namibia, stretching along Africa's southwestern coast, lies the oldest desert on Earth. Scientists estimate the Namib Desert has remained dry for more than 55 million years. Gigantic orange dunes rise over 300 meters high. Some are among the tallest sand dunes ever recorded. Yet despite the harsh conditions, life flourishes here. Tiny beetles collect drinking water directly from morning fog. Desert geckos run across burning sand using specially adapted feet. Even elephants have learned to survive in one of Earth's driest environments. According to local legends, the shifting dunes are the footprints of ancient giants wandering endlessly across the desert. Each powerful windstorm erases old tracks and creates entirely new landscapes. The desert is constantly changing, yet somehow it has remained one of Earth's oldest ecosystems. Yakushima Island, Japan. Far south of mainland Japan lies an island wrapped in mist almost every day of the year. Yakushima is covered by one of the oldest temperate rainforests on the planet. Some cedar trees here are estimated to be more than 2,000 years old. The oldest, known as Minsugi, may be between 2 and 7,000 years old. Massive roots twist across moss-covered rocks. Crystal-clear streams flow through ancient forests where monkeys and deer roam freely. The island inspired the magical forest seen in the animated film Princess Mononoke. But long before cinema, Yakushima was already considered sacred. Shinto traditions describe the forest as a place where spirits of nature live among the ancient trees. dense fog often drifts silently through the forest, making the boundary between myth and reality seem almost invisible. Walking beneath these towering cedars feels like traveling back to a forgotten age. Our expedition has carried us beneath glaciers, across ancient deserts, through prehistoric forests, and into landscapes shaped over millions of years. Each destination reminds us that Earth still holds countless secrets waiting to be discovered. But our greatest adventure is not over yet. Earth's hidden worlds beyond human imagination for thousands of years. Explorers believed that every great discovery had already been made. The tallest mountains had been climbed. The deepest oceans had been crossed. The largest forests had been mapped. But the truth is far more exciting. Even today, our planet continues to reveal places that seem almost impossible to believe. Some are hidden beneath the sea. Others are protected by towering cliffs. A few are so isolated that evolution created creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Our journey now takes us into some of Earth's last great frontiers. The Great Blue Hole by Belize from high above the Caribbean Sea. An enormous dark circle appears in the brilliant turquoise water. Perfectly round, more than 300 meters across, over 120 meters deep. Known as the Great Blue Hole, this giant marine sinkhole is one of the most famous diving sites on Earth. Millions of years ago, during the last ice age, sea levels were much lower. The Blue Hole was once a massive limestone cave filled with stalactites and stalagmites. When the glaciers melted, rising oceans flooded the cave. Eventually, its roof collapsed, leaving behind the enormous circular sinkhole we see today. Divers descending into its depths passed giant underwater rock formations that were created long before the sea arrived. At greater depths, oxygen becomes extremely limited. Few large marine animals live there. Instead, silence dominates the underwater world. Ancient Maya legends spoke of sacred entrances leading to the world beneath the earth. Although the Blue Hole is not one of those mythical gateways, standing above its dark waters still fills visitors with awe. Komodo National Park, Indonesia. Scattered across Indonesia lie several islands ruled by creatures that seem to belong to another age. The Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard on Earth. Some adults grow more than 3 meters long and weigh over 90 kilograms. These powerful predators have dominated the islands for millions of years. Scientists believe their ancestors once roamed across much of Australia, before becoming isolated here. For centuries, local people believed dragons were sacred guardians of the islands. Legends told of a princess who gave birth to twins. One became a human child, the other became a giant dragon. From that day forward, islanders believed both species were members of the same family and deserved equal respect. Modern research has revealed another surprise. The Komodo dragon's bite contains complex venom that weakens prey by lowering blood pressure and preventing blood clotting. Combined with incredible patience and strength, these reptiles remain among nature's most effective hunters. Sun Dong Cave, Vietnam. Hidden beneath the forests of central Vietnam lies the largest cave ever discovered. Sun Dong is so enormous that an entire city block could fit inside its main chamber. Some sections are more than 200 meters high. Clouds occasionally form inside the cave due to differences in temperature and humidity. Even more astonishing, part of the cave ceiling collapsed thousands of years ago. Sunlight now pours through gigantic openings, allowing dense jungle to grow deep underground. Scientists call these areas dolines. Rare plants, monkeys, flying foxes, and countless insects have established their own isolated ecosystem far below the surface. The cave remained unknown to the outside world until 2009, when British explorers completed its first full survey. Today, access is strictly limited to protect this extraordinary environment. Sun Dong reminds us that even in the modern age, giant hidden worlds can still remain undiscovered. The Crooked Forest, Poland near the town of Gryfino stands one of Europe's strangest forests. Nearly 400 pine trees bend sharply near their bases before growing straight upward. Every trunk curves in almost exactly the same direction. No one knows for certain why. Some researchers believe farmers intentionally bent the young trees nearly a century ago to create naturally curved timber for shipbuilding or furniture. Others suggest heavy snowfall permanently deformed the growing trunks. Local folklore offers a far more mysterious explanation. According to legend, a powerful magical force passed through the forest one winter night, causing every young tree to bow before it. Whatever the truth may be, the Crooked Forest remains one of Poland's greatest natural mysteries. Walking among the strangely curved trees feels like entering the pages of a fairy tale. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. Deep within the Karakum Desert burns a fire that has never stopped. The Darvaza gas crater, often called the door to hell, has been burning continuously for more than 50 years. The story began in 1971. During Soviet drilling operations, the ground suddenly collapsed beneath a natural gas field. To prevent dangerous methane from escaping into the atmosphere, engineers ignited the gas, expecting it to burn for only a few days. It never stopped. Today, flames continue rising from the enormous crater both day and night. The intense heat can be felt hundreds of meters away. At night, the glowing pit lights up the surrounding desert like a volcano. Local people long believed the crater marked an entrance to the underworld, where powerful spirits guarded hidden treasures beneath the earth. Although geology explains the fire, standing beside the roaring flames still feels both fascinating and unsettling. As our adventure continues, one incredible truth becomes impossible to ignore. Earth still holds places that challenge everything we think we know about nature. Hidden caves, living dragons, burning deserts, underwater worlds. And yet, our greatest discoveries still lie ahead. The final frontiers of the natural world, after traveling through glowing caves, ancient forests, burning deserts, and hidden underground worlds. It might seem impossible for Earth to surprise us again, but the planet has one final collection of extraordinary places. Some were carved by glaciers over millions of years. Others continue changing with every passing season. These landscapes remind us that nature is never truly finished. Even today, our world is still evolving. Vinicunca, Peru high in the Peruvian Andes, rises a mountain unlike any other. From a distance, it appears as though someone painted colorful stripes across its slopes. Brilliant shades of red, yellow, green, turquoise, lavender, and white stretch across the landscape. This is Vinicunca, better known as Rainbow Mountain. For centuries, the mountain remained hidden beneath thick layers of snow and ice. Only in recent decades, as glaciers slowly retreated, did its remarkable colors become visible to the world. Each band tells a different chapter in Earth's geological history. Iron oxide creates the deep reds. Copper minerals produce green tones. Sulfur forms bright yellow layers. Ancient marine sediments contribute lighter shades of white and gray. To the local Quechua people, the mountain has always been sacred. Legends say the colorful slopes are woven from the robes of mountain spirits, who protect the surrounding valleys. Standing at more than 5,000 meters above sea level, Rainbow Mountain is not only breathtaking, it is also a reminder that some of Earth's greatest wonders remained hidden until very recently. Causeway Glacier Lagoon. Iceland. Along Iceland's southeastern coast lies one of the youngest lakes in Europe. Causeway was formed only a few decades ago as glaciers began retreating. Gigantic icebergs slowly break away from the Bremer-Kirchgau Glacier and drift peacefully across the lagoon. Some shine brilliant white, others glow deep sapphire blue. Occasionally, black volcanic ash trapped inside the ancient ice creates dramatic dark streaks. Many of these icebergs are over 1,000 years old. After floating through the lagoon, they eventually reach the Atlantic Ocean before washing ashore onto a nearby beach. There, sparkling fragments of ice rest upon black volcanic sand. The contrast has earned the coastline its famous nickname, Diamond Beach. According to Icelandic folklore, elves and hidden people inhabit glaciers and lava fields, protecting the balance between fire and ice. Whether myth or imagination, few places capture Iceland's raw beauty quite like Causeway. The Chocolate Hills. Philippines. On the island of Bohol stand more than 1,000 nearly identical hills. Each has a remarkably smooth, rounded shape. During the rainy season they are covered in vibrant green grass, but when the dry season arrives, the vegetation turns rich brown. The landscape suddenly resembles hundreds of giant chocolate truffles, hence the name, the Chocolate Hills. Scientists believe these unusual formations developed over millions of years, as ancient coral reefs slowly rose above sea level before being sculpted by rain and erosion. Local folklore tells a more colorful story. One legend speaks of two enormous giants who fought for days, throwing massive rocks and boulders at each other. When they finally became friends and left the island, the piles of stone remained behind. Another story claims the hills were formed from the tears of a heartbroken giant, mourning the loss of his true love. Whatever their origin, the Chocolate Hills remain one of Southeast Asia's most recognizable natural landmarks. Lake Hillier, Australia. Off the southern coast of Western Australia lies a lake. Unlike almost any other on Earth, its water is bright pink. Not occasionally, not seasonally, almost every day of the year. Lake Hillier's unusual color has puzzled visitors since European explorers first recorded it in 1802. Scientists now believe the vivid pink appearance results from microscopic algae and salt-loving bacteria that produce natural pigments. Unlike many colorful lakes, Hillier remains pink even when water is collected in a container. Surrounded by white sand and deep blue ocean, the contrast creates one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth. Although the water contains extremely high salt concentrations, it is considered safe to touch. Ancient Aboriginal stories describe the lake as a place blessed by ancestral spirits, whose colors represented harmony between the land and the sea. Even today, aerial photographs of Lake Hillier continue to amaze people around the world. Torres del Paine National Park, Chile, our final destination before the conclusion of this journey, takes us to southern Patagonia. Here, colossal granite towers rise dramatically above turquoise lakes, ancient glaciers, and windswept grasslands. Torres del Paine is often considered one of the most spectacular mountain landscapes on Earth. Millions of years ago, molten magma pushed upward beneath the surface. Over time, glaciers carved away softer rock, exposing the enormous granite peaks we see today. The region is home to guanacos, Andean condors, foxes, pumas, and countless other species. Powerful winds regularly exceed 100 kilometers per hour, constantly reshaping the landscape. To the indigenous Tehuelche people, these mountains were sacred guardians watching over Patagonia since the beginning of time. As the sun rises, the granite towers glow brilliant shades of orange and gold. It is a sight that leaves even experienced explorers speechless. Our journey has carried us across nearly every corner of our incredible planet. We've explored hidden caves, rainbow rivers, ancient deserts, glowing beaches, frozen worlds, sacred mountains, and ecosystems unlike anywhere else on Earth. But one final chapter remains: why these wonders matter more than ever, from the scorching deserts of Africa to the frozen glaciers of the Arctic, from glowing oceans beneath the stars to caves larger than entire city blocks. Our journey across Earth's most extraordinary places is coming to an end. But perhaps the greatest discovery isn't a mountain, or a cave, or even a hidden island. It's the realization that our planet is still full of mysteries. Even in an age of satellites, drones, and artificial intelligence, nature continues to surprise us. Many of the places we've explored were unknown to science until only a few decades ago. Others continue changing every single day. Earth is alive, and its story is still being written. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Along the rugged coast of Northern Ireland lies one of the world's most recognizable geological wonders. More than 40,000 perfectly shaped basalt columns rise from the sea, like an enormous stone staircase. At first glance, the formations appear almost man-made. Many columns are nearly perfect hexagons. Some reach over 12 meters in height. Scientists explain their origin through volcanic activity. Around 60 million years ago, thick lava flows cooled slowly. As the molten rock contracted, it cracked into geometric patterns, creating the remarkable columns seen today. Yet Irish folklore tells a far more dramatic story. According to legend, the giant Finn McCool built the stone pathway across the sea to challenge a rival giant living in Scotland. When Finn realized his opponent was much larger than expected, his clever wife disguised him as a baby. Seeing the enormous child, the rival giant fled in terror, destroying the bridge behind him. The remaining stones became the Giant's Causeway. Today, it remains one of Europe's most iconic natural landmarks. Mount Erebus, Antarctica, far beyond the reach of most travelers, stands the southernmost active volcano on Earth. Mount Erebus rises above Antarctica's endless ice fields like a lonely guardian. Unlike most volcanoes, Erebus contains a rare permanent lava lake. Molten rock has remained bubbling inside its crater for decades. Powerful steam towers rise into air colder than -40 degrees Celsius. Scientists travel here not only to study volcanic activity but also to search for microorganisms capable of surviving one of Earth's harshest environments. These tiny life forms may even help scientists understand how life could exist on icy moons, such as Europa or Enceladus. Early Antarctic explorers believed the volcano marked the gateway between fire and ice. Standing beneath its smoking summit, surrounded by glaciers stretching beyond the horizon, it is easy to understand why. The Eye of Quebec, Canada, deep within northern Canada, lies one of the oldest visible impact structures on Earth, known as the Manicouagan crater. It was formed approximately 214 million years ago when a massive asteroid struck the planet. Today, a giant circular lake surrounds the central island, creating a perfect ring visible from space. Astronauts often call it the Eye of Quebec. The asteroid responsible may have measured nearly 5 kilometers across. The impact released more energy than millions of nuclear bombs combined. Some scientists have suggested that this ancient collision may have contributed to environmental changes during the Triassic period. Although much of the original crater has been reshaped by erosion and glaciers, its enormous ring remains one of Earth's most spectacular geological scars. It serves as a reminder that our planet has survived unimaginable cosmic events. The White Desert, Egypt. In the heart of Egypt's western desert lies a landscape that seems to belong on another planet. Towering white chalk formations rise from golden sand. Some resemble giant mushrooms. Others look like towering icebergs frozen in the desert. Millions of years ago, this entire region was covered by a shallow tropical sea. As the water disappeared, thick layers of chalk remained behind. Wind carrying fine desert sand slowly sculpted the soft rock into fantastic shapes. Over countless centuries, at sunset, the brilliant white formations glow orange and pink beneath the fading light. When darkness falls beneath a sky filled with countless stars, the desert becomes almost silent. Bedouin legends speak of wandering spirits crossing these endless white plains beneath the moonlight. Whether viewed through science or folklore, the White Desert remains one of the world's most surreal landscapes. The lost world of Antarctica. Venezuela, our final destination, brings us back to one of Earth's oldest landscapes. Antarctica is one of Venezuela's immense tabletop mountains, rising dramatically above the surrounding rainforest. Its summit has remained isolated for tens of millions of years. Here, scientists continue discovering unique plants, insects, frogs, and other species found nowhere else on Earth. But Antarctica is famous for another reason. From its cliffs plunges the tallest uninterrupted waterfall on the planet, Angel Falls. Water drops nearly 1 kilometer before reaching the jungle below. Strong winds often transform the falling water into drifting mist long before it reaches the ground. The indigenous Pemon people have long considered the mountain sacred. They believe the towering tepuis are ancient homes of powerful spirits who have watched over the rainforest since the beginning of time. Standing before Angel Falls, surrounded by cliffs older than the dinosaurs, it feels as though time itself has slowed. Our planet's greatest treasure throughout this journey. We have explored deserts that bloom with water, mountains that rise above the clouds, glowing caves, ancient forests, rainbow rivers, frozen volcanoes, living islands, and landscapes unlike anything found anywhere else in the universe. Yet every one of these places shares something in common. They are fragile. Climate change, pollution, deforestation, rising sea levels, and human activity continue to threaten many of Earth's greatest natural wonders. Some glaciers are disappearing. Rare ecosystems are shrinking. Ancient species face uncertain futures. Protecting these places is no longer simply about preserving beautiful scenery. It is about protecting the living history of our planet. Because once a natural wonder is lost, it can never truly be replaced. Perhaps the greatest adventure is not discovering new places. Perhaps it is ensuring that future generations will still have the chance to discover them for themselves. Thank you for joining this incredible journey across the most extraordinary places on Earth. If this adventure inspired you, don't forget to subscribe, because our next expedition will explore another chapter of the incredible story of our planet. Until then, keep exploring, because Earth still holds countless secrets waiting to be discovered.